What's up, everyone? It is your girl Ariana Chanel with the Petty Punch, and I am here to give you the latest recap of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, it seems like Cynthia has her groove back now. She ends up going on a date, and the date seemed to be going perfect. He had a nice little photo shoot set up for her because he was a photographer, and ended up doing like a nice romantic dinner. But there's a whole catch. The guy is 29 years old. Now that is a huge difference from Cynthia. Cynthia is like 50-something years old. So 50 compared to almost 30. Don't know how that's really gonna work. And Cynthia did have her reservations. And she was like, I don't think this was really gonna work too well because of your age. So hopefully Cynthia finds her someone that can get her love life back together. Because after Peter, I need her to find someone to have her jump right back into that date. Now in this week's episode, we also see Kenya's secret marriage unravel a little bit. She does tell Cynthia that she has not changed her last name yet. And she also tells her that, her husband really can't deal with everything that's going on now. Her husband's a very private person. And now with all this limelight and the gossip blogs, talking about their relationship 24/7, he said he can't take it and it's affecting his sleep and his eating habits. So Kenya, she's feeling all that pressure, and she basically breaks down to producers and starts crying about how she hopes she really doesn't want to get a divorce. And that's really soon. It's only been a couple of days, months into the marriage. So I hope they can figure out what's going on with them. And hopefully the limelight don't get too much to her husband's head if she is actually married. Because the castmates feel like something ain't right with this marriage. You know what I'm saying? Now also on this episode, we do get to dig deep into Sheree's personal life. Sheree did open up on this episode with her life coach about like the previous divorce she dealt with her ex-husband Bob. Now, if y'all remember last season, we did see that they kind of had like weird encounters. Bob did joke around about him choking her previously, and you could tell there was like a lot of things that were bothering Sheree. Now, Sheree says she wants to come open to her children about the abuse, but she's not really sure how. So she uses Candy and her friends to basically practice how she's going to talk to them about it, and they basically give her hard answers to come back with. And Sheree kind of breaks down a little bit, and she basically said it's just too draining. So if she can't do it with her friends, she's probably going to have a very, very, very hard time doing it with her children. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have to see that unfold within this storyline. So that's going to be really hard to see. Now, here's the real tea. So, y'all know Portia got this big old house, but don't live with nobody. However, her sister is moving in, and when her sister did move in, she asked her about, her relationship with Candy and Nene. Now, Portia was like, I'm done with Nene. I'm done with all the drama, all that stuff. Sure, because we know that's still going on. But then she says she says she feels like her and Candy are somewhat okay and their relationship's building. Now, Candy actually meets up with Shamia. Shamia is Portia's best friend. Now, Shamia is getting married soon, and she's going to be getting married in Africa. So she invited Candy to come pick out some African-type clothing for her wedding. Now, when she's talking to Candy, she actually reveals that Portia is not even coming to the wedding. Portia says she's not coming to the wedding because the tickets are way too expensive to be traveling to Africa. Now, if that's your best friend, it don't matter how expensive the tickets is. You're going to be in that wedding. So that was a little strange. Now, fast forward to Shamia's bridal shower. They end up playing games and stuff. The tension's really high between Portia and Candy. Now, Shamia feels like, well, why would Portia come if she says she's not coming to the wedding? And Portia actually reveals the real reason why she's not coming. She says she has a condition in which she cannot sit down for a long period of time. So therefore, that plane ride, that's a 12-hour ride. So she says she couldn't do that. Now, that didn't go too well, and they end up exchanging, like a heated argument. Shamia felt like Portia really doesn't care. Portia said that she really doesn't care to understand Shamia's feelings. And so Portia basically said, I'm done with the situation. I'm going to love you from afar, Shamia. And Shamia's like, you know what? I'm done with you because you don't care too much. So their friendship seems to literally be crumbling into pieces. And Candy is stuck right in the middle of it. So this should be real interesting to see. But make sure y'all check back next week for the next recap of the Real Housewives of Atlanta with the Petty Punch.